Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. I'm Jeanne Francine. Another live look at our XRAD system as we continue to follow this breaking news alert this Sunday morning. Beryl is forecast to make landfall as a hurricane on the Texas coast on Monday morning. The storm is forecast to intensify quickly. Joining us live this morning for this breaking news alert is National Hurricane Center Director Michael Brennan. Michael, good morning to you. Truly a pleasure to have you here with us on Live Now from Fox.
Yeah, good morning. Glad to be with you.
So, Michael, a lot of people are scared, if we're being candid, as this is a breaking news situation. If you could put things into perspective for us this morning.
Yeah, well, we have Beryl here. You can see the center on radar, currently centered about 220 miles southeast of Corpus Christi, moving off to the northwest at about 12 miles per hour. We're expecting a northwestward and then northward motion with the center making landfall somewhere along the Texas coast overnight tonight. We are expecting a Beryl to intensify to a hurricane. And as you know, hurricanes have multiple dangerous hazards associated with them. So we're concerned about the potential for life-threatening storm surge inundation along portions of the Texas coast, the potential for hurricane force winds near where the center of Beryl makes landfall, and then a broad flooding risk from heavy rainfall that's going to cover much of the Texas Gulf Coast and then all the way inland across much of eastern Texas. So we can cover all those, but you can already see some of these rain bands moving on shore into the middle and upper Texas coast, and conditions are going to gradually worsen throughout the day as Beryl approaches. So people are going to rush their preparations to completion certainly by this afternoon or this evening and be in their safe place along the Texas coast in those warning areas by no later than nightfall, and plan to shelter in place overnight and into at least Monday morning.
Michael, you mentioned preparedness, and I've heard you time and time again saying the best time to prepare is before the situation arrives. People wanting to know if they should evacuate if they live close to the coastline. What is the best thing for them to do?
Yeah, well, you should listen to your local officials. They're going to be the ones who issue those evacuation orders in your city or county where you live along the Texas coast. We're very concerned about this area from the north entrance of the South Padre Island National Seashore up through Corpus Christi, Mesquite Bay, San Luis Pass up to High Island. That includes areas like Galveston Bay, Matagorda Bay, where we could see 3 to 5 or even up to 6 feet of inundation above ground level from storm surge. And this is where we have a storm surge warning in place. It means there's that danger of life-threatening inundation. We're already starting to see water levels rise gradually along the Texas coast this morning. Then they're going to rise rapidly tonight and into early Monday as the center of Beryl moves on shore, and that big push of Gulf of Mexico water onto the normally dry areas along the coast and up into these back bays and these places like Galveston Bay and Matagorda Bay. That's where we could see some of the highest water levels. So if you're in those storm surge warning areas and you've been asked to evacuate by your local officials, you still have time to get out. Please try to do that as soon as you can. And you don't have to drive very far to get out of those storm surge areas. Just may need to drive, a few tens of miles inland to a shelter or to a hotel or to the home of a friend or relative where you can ride the storm out safely.
Michael, as we discussed the storm surge and the heavy winds and the flooding, I want to ask you, is there a threat of tornadoes as well?
Yeah, there is. We're expecting to see a risk of tornadoes along the coast of the Gulf Coast of Texas, from the Houston-Galveston area down to Victoria, Corpus Christi, especially tonight as some of those stronger rain bands move on shore. Again, it's important to know that the tornadoes that occur in these outer rain bands of tropical storms and hurricanes can spin up very quickly. So you want to make sure you have multiple ways to get weather alerts, especially at night, through using a NOAA weather radio. Have wireless emergency alerts turned on your cell phone so you can be woken up if there's a dangerous situation in your area.
Michael Brennan, truly a pleasure having you join us bright and early here on Live Now from Fox. We thoroughly appreciate your candidness and your expertise. Is there anything else you'd like to add? I know the viewers wanting to know when that next update will come from you on your Facebook page.
Yeah, we'll have our next live update around 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central Time. The one thing I do want to cover before we go is just that threat of the heavy rainfall and flooding all the way from the Texas Gulf Coast all the way up into East Texas. We are expecting widespread rainfall totals of 5 to 10 inches, some areas as much as 15 inches. And we really have that big, broad threat of flash flooding that's going to develop mainly during the day, Monday into Tuesday, across much of East Texas. So again, people in flood-prone areas well inland want to be prepared to take action if flooding occurs where you are.
Michael, again, we thoroughly appreciate you. Thank you so much for keeping us informed. As we know, this is a very serious situation. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks.